Welcome to part 3 of the coming Juggernaut. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, out of order, but I'll take it. Hammerhand, the MGTOW Monk. Back at you, one more again. Single mothers' kids are out there fucking around. I don't like people being around behind me or off my quarters where I can't see them. That's a pretty good segue, though. Another issue on the coming of the Juggernaut, the coming of the new Colossus, so to speak, is what's going to happen with people and how people are killing themselves. These fucking kids come out here like with no goddamn clothes on. I don't get it. I don't know how the fuck a mother could, well, fuck that. Let me take that back. I know exactly how a mother would do it and why she would do it. Cheers. Part of that coming Juggernaut, as I've said before, there's hundreds of different veins that are all converging into one space. And that is the transformation of society and civilization as we know it. It is not going to be fun. It's not going to be pleasant. What do you see by and large out there with women, and when you if you have the guts if you have the intestinal fortitude to watch these female shows like The View or The Real or Think Tank or any of these idiotic mind-numbing brain cell killing shows, when you watch these shows, what are these people talking about? What are they talking about? They're talking about all the ills of society in what I say is a directional slant. It's all of it, on you. It all goes right back into your face. It's put in your lap. It's dropped at your feet. You just didn't man up, motherfucker. You just didn't do what you were told to do. Don't you know that we're women? Don't you know that? We're special. We're princesses. We were told so. And I have to be honest with you. I don't freak out on any guy that treats his little girl very well or that treats his little son very well. I don't. But when you install a false reality in them, when you give them the idea and the impression that they are better than other people or that they have to fulfill certain needs in other people instead of taking care of themselves, you're doing a disservice to everyone after them. Everyone that comes in contact with them that was raised somewhat correctly is going to give them the side eye. It's going to be like, say, huh? That's what they're going to do. And you're really fucking your kids up when you do these things. Everything my child says is amazing. No, it's not. It's everything that a child says. It's everything that the adults that came before these children have said. And there was somebody there that has lived it, that has participated in it, whatever it is, that will correct them. Here's the problem. That's part of the issue, part of the problem, is that these future generations, the ones that we're looking at right now that are out spasming and rioting everywhere, They're not told these things. They were not afforded the ability to suffer a correction. And believe me when I tell you, when somebody that you look up to or respects you rebukes you, it changes how you view them. And you got to have some courage as the rebukee to look inside yourself and say, am I wrong? Are they wrong? Why would they not agree with that? Because I thought it was correct. Whatever that was, whatever that thought is, whatever that thought was, they think that they're right. I've encountered this a few times in my life. And when somebody that I looked up to, had some respect for, said, put the slap on me and said, no, that's not correct, man. You got to look. I didn't always find the answer. But what I did find was the ability to look at it objectively. I might not have found the answer some of the times, but I found reason for justification for other points of view. And that's not what we have with females today, with women. Even with the very mild females, even with the ones that appear to be on your side, even with the ones that are out there running their flappers, talking about how much men have to change and men need to be men and blardy blar blar blar. And they're saying all the right things. But what are they doing? This is a big reason why the MRAs came and went. It's a huge reason why the MRAs came and went. They did themselves a tremendous disservice with all of the acumen, with all of the mental prowess, with all of the power that these men had amongst themselves. They opened the door to female opinion. And you saw what happened. We've seen it over the last few years. The MRAs have completely fallen on their faces. They still host podcasts. They still have little talk show moments. But their momentum has ceased. It's over. It's gone. It's not there anymore. And that's fuckery. It's fuckery by your own hand. Cheers. It's fuckery by your own hand. To get this network set up, to get all of this shit going, and then to turn around and hand it over to females so that females can pull other men into it and validate the opinions of females. It doesn't make a difference what they're saying. What are they doing? What are they doing? They're looking at your world, your problems, from their lens. They can't possibly relate to it. Just like you can't relate to theirs. I am one of the only motherfuckers in this community that has consistently said women are just as big of victims as feminism as men. Society at large is fucked. They're in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. I've tried to tell all of you out there, this is not one-dimensional. It's not one-sided. We had as close to a symbiotic system as we were ever going to have. A perfect system. And that is where part of your society, as long as you keep society in the current mold, in the current shape, that's why communists and Marxists and Bolsheviks are so hell-bent on destroying the idea of the family. So if that doesn't exist anymore, then it's all hands on deck for whatever shows up after it. But if you're intent on making that the way to go forward, which I think is a good way to go forward, you can keep your numbers up, you can keep yourselves relevant. I won't say that there's going to be a man and a woman for every man and a woman out there. I won't say that. It's unrealistic. But is it going to be what it is today? Fuck no. Couple that with these motherfuckers right here. Couple that with social media, with phones, with cameras and everything, with the ability to have a fucking television studio in the palm of your hand. And what have you got? What do you have? You have completely ballistic hypergamy, nuclear hypergamy. You thought it was out of control in 2015? It's not better. It's not better. It didn't go anywhere. That 80-20 rule that everybody was talking about back in 14 and 15 and 16, that is fucking gone. I saw one of our red pill brothers, a young man, put out a video about the 90-10 rule. It's not even 90-10 now. All women are looking at the top 2% of all men. They don't give a fuck about nothing. They're not even hiding it anymore. And it's not sluts or whores or nasty fucking bitches. It's not fucking hoes that just came out of jail. It's not some bitch that just dropped a kid and wants to go to the club tomorrow. It's normal as they've been raised. Normal, everyday people now. They can't see anything outside of that window box that they have created for themselves, that their ideology has created for them, helped them create. They have molded their own prison box, so to speak. It's fascinating to sit back and watch it. As somebody that doesn't need this type of validation, as somebody that I don't want it, somebody that doesn't even want it, right? To sit back and look like these girls that just walked out here right now with their mother. She parades them up and down all the fucking time. When she disappears, she's not out of this driveway 5 fucking minutes. And there's these fucking doofy boys that are walking up here and falling into the fucking place. And they leave, a couple of hours before she gets back from whatever it is that she's doing. And she makes it very clear. I will be back at X time. Like it's code speak, but not really. The coming juggernaut, gentlemen, in large part is due to men failing. Now, I'm not going to throw that bullshit on you and throw it at your feet and tell you that it's your responsibility, that you're the reason for this. I'm not going to tell you that because that's not true. I'm not going to say that it's your fathers or your grandfathers. I'm going to say that most of everyone out here was okey-doked. They got the fucking head fake. They broke their ankles. That's really what most of it is. There's a lot of peeps out here that want to blame boomers and say that boomers are this, that, and the other. It was only a small fraction of boomers that controlled the government when that was the government. It's a small fraction of people that control the government today, that control the movements of humanity as a whole. It's not everybody. It's not the men and the women that are out here living the lives and fucking paying the price and getting fucking chiseled down to nothing. It's not them. They're just going with the fucking flow like everybody else. Look at all of these goddamn muzzle wearers out here now. What are they doing? Everybody knows that COVID is being blown completely out of proportion. Everybody knows that the fucking economy can open right now, have no problems with it whatsoever. Everybody also knows in the back of their head that this is 100% political theater. 100%. As I say, every time I address the subject of COVID, beer flu, kung flu, the Wuhan surprise, every time I address this, I have to say, yes, COVID-19 is real. It's legit. Everybody knew that. Not a thing, not a problem. I'm not saying that the virus doesn't exist. I'm saying that the reaction to the virus is planned. 100%. If you take the time to go back, I'm not going to give you any links or list any of this, but if you take the time to go back from 2015 up until March of 2019, every leading liberal talking head was talking about, well, the only way to get Trump out of here is to, crash the economy. But yeah, They were rooting it on. They were rooting for it. They wanted that. They wanted to see that. They wanted to see the economy fucking fail and fail hard. Because they thought that that was going to get regular Joe and Jane Doe out there to push motherfucker out of the office. No, because you can't hide this from people. That's why they want to restrict your social media now. That's why they want to strike your videos and kill your channels off, because they think that that's going to work too. Like word of that happening doesn't spread like fucking wildfire. That's what these folks do, gang. That's what they do. They attempt to maintain control in chaos. They generate chaos and attempt to control it. Plain and simple. And you're in it, whether you like it or not. But as far as females, the succubi is concerned, they made their bed. And even the most passive of these women go along with the idea of voting or not voting. They don't take their responsibility serious at all unless there's fucking Gibbs and a treasure chest sitting in that voting box waiting for them, like all of these scumbags on a certain side of the aisle promise. All of these panderers out here, these people that insult the fucking intelligence, they appeal to the lowest common denominator in all people. Not just women, but unfortunately for ladies, they fall for it a lot faster than any man. Unless, of course, that man's a feminist male. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth just to say it. Oh, what a disgusting, pathetic life. I am a feminist, and you should be too. No, I don't think so. I'll pass. You can have my helping. So, gents, you know, when you're out there and you're railing on shit, or you're leaving comments and saying, fuck these motherfuckers, which you're entitled to do, of course, and I highly suggest you should. Give your opinions. Don't hold back. If you have the ability to cite your sources, cite your sources. These people will start waking up. They'll start thinking. But that is the coming juggernaut. Female failure. Female failure is one of those bones in the rib cage, right? There's a lot of them. Not in the rib cage, a lot of bones. Female failure. Female fuckery. The entitlement epidemic. And goddamn, it's an epidemic. Whew, is it ever? But before the sun goes completely down and you're watching a MGTOW ghost talk to you, I think I'm going to jet. I didn't hit all my points in this one. I didn't finish everything. Maybe we'll get back to it, because I think that there might be a part 4 on this as well. Peace out, my friends.